Good morning. Today we're going to talk about Terraform. It's a nice and quick way to create resources on the Google Cloud Platform. So first thing you're going to check here is our Terraform version. Okay, it is V0 to 12.9. All right. So what we're going to do now, we're going to create a folder. I got to call it James Infra. Okay, we're going to go into that. Check it, it's created, James Infra. Okay, ls, there's nothing inside. Now what we have to do, we're gonna create files. You're going to call it, these files are the format, the extension TF, it means Terraform. Now I go into the editor. Okay, we go to another page. I can leave the shell over now here. In this case, once it's loaded, we're going inside this folder, create a new file. So like file, new file. Under that folder, we're gonna call it provider.tf. Terraform. Okay. What are we gonna have in this file? We're gonna have the provider that is Google. Okay. So another thing that we're gonna create here is gonna create a new file in this folder. New file. We're gonna call it mynetwork.tf. Okay. So in this file, you're gonna have a reference for what we're going to create. I'm gonna explain one by one. In this case, I have all this configurations here. I have a network, I have a firewall, I have VM instance. Just going to save the file. Now here you're going to create a new folder, which I'm gonna call it instance. Instance folder. Okay. So in instance folder, what we have to do, we're going to create a new file. I'm gonna call it main. Here, new file, main.tf. All right. Here you go. It's there inside. So add this file, I'm going to define all the properties and variables. In this case here, I have a resource, it's a compute instance. So I'm gonna call it my instance name, instance type, the instance params, and interface. In this case, I'm gonna define here some variables. Previously, I have the name, zone type, and a subnetwork. And here you're gonna check that I have a reference for that other file, like compute network, main network, which is upstairs here to create my VM instance. And also for example, for my firewall, I have definitions of protocols like TCP with ports, that the other protocol, IMCP. So everything that's defined. Okay. So what we have to do now, we're going to initialize our Terraform. How we did that? It's pretty simple. In this case, we just have to run the command terraform. So what we have to do now is terraform.init. Okay, perfect. Now we have to check our FMT. Terraform FMT. Checked already my network. Great. Now I have to make a plan of it. Sequentially, you do Terraform FMT, and now it's a plan. You already added 4 things, 4 resources. Great. It's going to put something upstairs. So now I get to Terraform apply. Yes, you confirm it. It's going to create all those things. And once it's done, you're gonna see all those resources created. What we created? What have we created? We have created a network, a firewall. You call it firewall, but you see under networks, firewalls. And we create two VM instances. You see how simple that is to run Terraform. So in this case, what you can check right now is creating the my network. It's been created. So let's go under network, ipc networks. You always have the default one. You always have the default. And now you have the my network, which is auto version. You can make it custom also. You can define wherever your zone region is. You have to define only US, only Asia, only Europe. It's up to you to decide that. What else is being created? Oh, okay, all right, create the VM instance. Okay, first we're gonna check the firewall rules. So your main network is right here, which allows you TCP and ICMP. Now let's go through the compute engine. Here you have your compute engines. So you see how pretty simple it is to run, to deploy, create resources using the Terraform. Like another thing that you can try is the deployment manager. That's something I already talked about in another previous video. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching.